Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Dai, and today I am bringing you my April manga haul. I do have quite a bit this month because I had some that showed up from last month's order, and one almost didn't make it here before this video. But let's get into it. I have the manga on a table right here. Again, in no particular order, not by publisher, not by genre, not by demographic. I just pulled them out of the bag and put them on the table. So the first two volumes I have are Blue Exorcist volumes 21 and 22 by Kazue Kato. These are published by Viz, rated teen plus. This is a series that we were borrowing from our library, and we haven't been borrowing physical copies from the library since they shut down. So we knew this was a series that we wanted to have in our collection, and so we just decided to go ahead and start collecting from where we stopped reading at our library. And so these are just two more volumes. I'm super excited to get to this. Hopefully we'll do so in the month of May. For my May Manga Madness reading challenge, it's just a personal challenge that I have for myself, where I want to try to read more manga than I have to date this year, or read as much manga as I can during the month of May. If you'd like to join in on that, definitely let me know that you want to, and do so by using the hashtag May Manga Madness. But I am looking forward to getting into these and some of the other volumes that I purchased recently on that series as well. Another series that we were borrowing from our library that we were really enjoying, but haven't been able to get back to because we haven't been borrowing from the library, are these two, volumes 21 and 22 of Black Butler by Yana Toboso. This one is published by Yen Press, rated older teen. Another series that we're really enjoying. We have seen some of the anime of this as well, so I'm looking forward to continuing that series. It's been a while since we've read some volumes from that series. It's been over a year, I think, since we've read a volume from that series, so I'm super excited to get back to that one. I've got a new one. This one is Can't Stop Cursing You, art by Natsuko Uruma. Original story by Kensuke Koba. This one is published by Yen Press, rated older teen. This one is about some kind of a game. It's 30 days to curse, kill 30 people, or meet a fate worse than death. Sounded interesting. I think this is going to be something that my daughter will really enjoy as well. So I'm excited to check this one out. I have Set Off of the and Vampire Rain, volumes 17 and 18. These are published by Viz, rated older teen. This one is by Takaya Kagami, art by Yamato Yamamoto, storyboards by Daisuke Furuya. This is a series that my daughter is really enjoying, and so I'm trying to get her caught up to publication. And she is just, like I said, really enjoying these. And so I get a couple volumes a month for her to try to get back up to that, the most recent publication. I have volume 7 of Merman in My Tub, story and art by Itokichi. This one's published by 7 Seas and is rated teen. My daughter has read most of this series. I have not yet read it, but she says it is super hilarious. I thought volume 7 was the end, but it isn't. I believe volume 8 is coming out either this month or next month, sometime in the next couple months. I was super surprised to see that on the release schedule, and so I'm looking forward to a laugh with that one. I have another new one. This one is Laughing Under the Clouds by Karakara Kemuri. This one is published by Tokyo Pop, rated teen. This one is a historical about some criminals, something like that. Again, I thought it sounded interesting. I thought it would be something my daughter would enjoy, so I decided to pick this one up to check out as well. The next one I have is Call of the Night by Kotoyama. This one's published by Viz and is rated older teen. I do have a manga first impressions video up on my channel for this one. I was lucky enough to be offered a copy prior to its release for review by Viz through Edelweiss, so it was an e-arc. And it was already one that I had on my radar to pick up in the month of April, and it was a good decision because I really ended up enjoying my early read of this volume, and so I decided to go ahead and pick up a physical copy as well. I'm very interested to see where this story is going to go, but definitely check out my manga first impressions video on this title to hear more of my thoughts on this one. I haven't been doing manga first impressions videos on just single volumes. Recently I've opted to do more of a manga series sampler type video where I read the first 3 volumes and give you my thoughts on it. But let me know if manga first impressions videos are something you'd prefer instead of having a manga series sampler on any titles that I have. So next one up is Persona 5 Volume 6. This one says original concept by Atlas. Art and story by Hisato Murasaki. This one's published by Viz and is rated older teen. Picked this one up solely for my daughter. She's very into this franchise, and so I'm more than happy to collect these for her. She gobbles those up as soon as they get into the house. Next one up is Blue Flag, Volume 7, story and art by Kaito. This one's published by Viz, rated older teen. This is a series that I'm just collecting until it is out completely, and then I will read it then, because I have a feeling that this one is going to be really hard hitting. I'm not really someone who enjoys emotional reads, but this has been getting a lot of good hype on it. Lots of people are enjoying it. And so I think it's going to be something that I will enjoy when I'm in the mood for it. But for right now, I'm just collecting them and just holding on to them until I'm ready to read those. Next up is Volume 2 of Absolute Duo. This one says Shinichiro Narie presents original story by Takumi Hiragaboshi. Character design by Yu Asaba. This one is published by 7 Seas and rated teen. This was the last one I needed to complete my series, and I say that hesitantly because I believe there are more than 4 volumes out in Japan for this series, but I believe only 4 of them were translated. And so I have all 4 of them now. This was my BookTube Spin number 2 selection. The BookTube Spin was something that Rick McDonald was doing, where he has us put together a stack of 20 things that we wanted to read, and then he does a random number spinner, and then whatever number that spinner lands on, that is the number that you need to read from your stack that corresponds to that number. So I participated in this in January. I think his first spin was January, at the end of January, so I had 2 months to read my BookTube Spin selection for that. I did a book stack and a manga stack, and for that one, the manga stack was Kaguya-sama Love is War, so I read volumes 1, 2, and 3 of that one. I do have a manga series sampler up on my channel for that one if you're interested in what my thoughts were on that. But this ended up being my selection for BookTube Spin number 2, so I will be reading volumes 1 through 4 of Absolute Duo before the end of June. I'm not quite sure what that one is about, but I collected that one, so I'm going to read it. I have the last volume of Incurable Case of Love. This is volume 7, story and art by Maki and Joji, published by Viz, rated mature. I'm so excited to get to this one. Definitely will be reading it in the month of May now that I have the whole series, and looking forward to seeing what everybody's been talking about. I have another new one that is A School Frozen in Time, art by Naoshi Arakawa, story by Mizuki Tsujimura. This one is published by Vertical and is rated older teen, 16 plus. This one sounded very interesting to me because I kind of got those Danganronpa vibes from it. Something about a school, and when they wake up, they find themselves trapped inside with 6 other friends. So I am more than intrigued by that premise. I really enjoyed Danganronpa. Again, I have a series thoughts video on that one, as well as my thoughts on the video game and the anime on my channel in case you're interested. But I'm super excited to check that one out. I have the second omnibus of Loveless, story and art by Yun Koga. This one contains volumes 3 and 4. The omnibus is being published by Viz and is rated teen. I do have volumes 1 and 2 as singular editions. I've heard a couple people say that they really enjoyed this one, so I'm looking forward to getting into it. And I'm slowly collecting this one. The other 2 that I have, like I said, were the singular ones, and they were the old Tokyo Pop editions. So I'm looking forward to getting into that one. I have volume 2 of Akame ga Kill, story by Takahiro, art by Tetsuya Tashiro. This one is published by Yen Press, rated older teen. This is a series that is getting hard to find. We read the first volume for my manga club when we were meeting. I can't remember when we read this one, but I really enjoyed it, and I always meant to continue reading it, and I just never prioritized it. But then I went to go look up some of the volumes so I could purchase it, and volume 3 is hard to find. So I'm a little bit concerned about my collection of this. Hopefully I'll be able to read this series completely, but we shall see. But I was able to snatch up volume 2 for right now, so I'm glad for that. I have a light novel. This is Bungo Stray Dogs' Dead Apple. This is number 5 of the light novel series. Original story. It says by Bungo Stray Dogs, The Partners. Which, that's a little bit, that was a little surprising to me, because that's not what I expected it to say, but that's what it says. Original story by Bungo Stray Dogs, The D.A. Partners. There seems to be a poster inside. This says written by Hiro Iwahata, illustrations by Ganji. We did watch the Dead Apple movie, and I really enjoyed the series as a whole. I enjoyed the movie. I had no idea that the 5th light novel was going to be Dead Apple, so we kind of slept on this one for a little bit. But I'm glad to have it now, and I'm looking forward to getting into that. The last of the things that I was waiting for this haul, like I said, came in yesterday. So I am filming this on May 1st. And that last thing was Solo Leveling, the manhwa edition. This one is original story by Chugong, and I believe it's illustrated by Dubu from Redice Studio. This is a full color graphic novel, manhwa. It doesn't really say, but I think it is illustrated by Dubu. But it is full color. Let me see if I can. Full color? It's super heavy as well. I wasn't expecting it to be as heavy as it is. But I do already have the light novel version of this, so I'm excited to see what the experience will be reading the light novel versus reading the manhwa. I had no intention of purchasing the manhwa. I was just going to stay with that light novel, but when I found out that it was going to be full color, it immediately went on my list. So I'm super excited about that one. But I do have one more thing to share with you that is not a manga or a manhwa. It's just a graphic novel. It's actually Italian. But I decided to go ahead and pick up the second series of Witch, which stands for Will, Irma, Tarani, Cornelia, and Helen. This is like a magical girl series. It is an animation that my daughter really enjoyed when she was a kid. Was it part of Jetix? I can't remember, but it was on the Disney Channel. What? And it was something that she really enjoyed. She had merch for it. We watched it. I don't remember a lot of it, but I had started collecting the graphic novels for her when they came out, and they were in the smaller editions, so singular editions. I had no idea that there were others until recently. So these are omnibus editions. This is very heavy. Again, it is full color, and so I think that has to do with it because the paper is thicker. But let me see. So you can see it's full color. But this one is published by Yen Press, rated all ages. Series created by Elisabetta Non. Comic art direction by Alessandro Barbucci and Barbara Canepa. Cover art by Daniela Vetro. Colors by Andrea Cagol. So I believe, like I said, this is Italian. Translated to English under the Disney Comics imprint. This is an omnibus. I believe there are 3 or so volumes in this, maybe 4. If we go by chapters, this one has 4 chapters, but this is the second arc. So this is part 2, volume 1. Part 2 is Nerissa's Revenge. So part 2, volume 1. I have part 2, volume 2. And part 2, volume 3. So you can see that they say 4, 5, and 6 on them. And so she already has 1, 2, and 3. This is a series that I just recently really wanted to revisit. I'm not sure what brought it on, but yeah, maybe it's because my daughter's getting older and I'm just getting a little bit sad about it. I mean, she's not old, but yeah, something just made me want to revisit this series again. So like I said, she already has part 1, which I'm not even sure what that arc is called, but it is the one that corresponds to what I remember of the anime. So I need to read through those first before I can get through these. But I think there are 7 parts out right now, so I'm really behind. So you'll probably see more of these in the next haul, but I am excited to get to those. But that will do it for my April manga haul. Definitely let me know if you will be reading any of these titles or if any of these titles sound interesting to you. Also, let me know if any of these titles are ones that you'd like to hear my immediate thoughts on. Because like I said, I am doing the May Manga Madness Reading Challenge, where I want to read more volumes of manga than I have read year to date, or at least as many volumes as I can during the month. I have only read 10 volumes of manga to date, so that shouldn't be too hard for me to get through, but I do want to read quite a bit. So like I said, let me know down in the comments below if there are any series that you'd like to hear my thoughts on in the month of May. Or if you could leave me the word witch down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out. So that will do it for April's manga haul, and I will talk to you later. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.